Hey Taurus, it's your girl D here with your December 2020 Silent Enemies reading. I hope all is well in the Taurus community, bull gang. All right. You guys make sure that you're subscribed. Hit that notification bell, hit the subscription button first, then the notification bell. That way you'll know when I post for all the placements that you enjoy watching. I post every week, so if you are already subscribed and you don't see me on your time feed or what have you, make sure you unsubscribe, refresh your screen, and then resubscribe, okay? And hit that notification bell. Please like the video if it resonates. Don't try to make a video like this resonate. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Check your other placements, okay? You have more than one. You are more than one sign, all right? It'll give you the total, by watching your other placements, it'll give you the total understanding of what it is that you are experiencing, okay? Silent Enemies reading is a reading that is based on, is that I put out because I want you to pay attention to your intuition more. We have superpowers, whether you believe it or not. I think it's just cartoonish or not. A lot of people will think that because we've been dumbed down in this 3D realm to ignore our powers. But we have them, and our intuition is one that all of us have. So it's very important that you pay attention to it. Some people don't. Some people are trying to more, so this video is to help you do that or to encourage you to do it. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the better off you will be using it, and the more comfortable you will be trusting it. A lot of people, the worst case scenario that they have with their intuition is understanding if it's intuition versus imagination. That's another video. But intuition is going to tell you, long story short, intuition is going to tell you what you don't want to hear, whether you like it or not. Your imagination is going to always tell you what you want to see. Okay? It's always going to tell you what you want to hear, what you want to see. Your intuition is just going to give you the message, whether you like it or not, whether it's what you want to hear or not. Okay? So that's one way to distinguish between your imagination and intuition. I digress. This video is all about paying attention to those intuitive nudges you get when you are around people who you deal with on a regular basis. Family members, friends, lovers, business partners. And it's especially important now because we are in an energy globally. Because of all of these planets that were in retrograde all through the summer, we were tying up karmic cycles, okay? So we're at the end of that now. We're on the 14th. We're going to have a solar eclipse where you are able to start manifesting or put into fruition out into the universe what it is that you want to manifest for the new cycle. And when I say new cycle, I don't mean just the end of this year. I mean the end of like a 10-year cycle. This is years of karmic energy that we are tying up. Lessons that have been learned for those who are ascending, lessons that have been learned. So, as a result of that, you may be feeling lost because there are people who were in your life and you didn't realize that they were karmic, meaning that they were there to teach you a lesson, and once the lesson is learned, the connection could never just gel right again. And it could be family members, it could be your actual husband or wife, long-term partner, baby mother, baby father, all of that, okay? Friends, okay? Your children could be a karmic partner to you, someone who was sent to teach you a specific lesson. Once the lesson's learned, you two don't get along anymore, so you have to separate from one another. So we're all dealing with that planetary wide, okay? So now is very important for you to get used to your energy. Now that you have those energies out of your way, those negative energies, those negative karmic people, now it's time for you to learn you. And the best way to do that is to pay attention to your intuition, and get to know your intuition, and exercise that muscle. So I'm going to throw out 3 cards, okay? And I'm going to tell you what I see intuitively in reference to what you should be paying attention to, because these are some things that could hinder you in some way, shape, or form, okay? If you ignore the intuitive nudges you're getting about these things. All right, so we have the 3 of Wands in reverse. I'll show it to you upright. 3 of Wands in reverse. We have the Knight of Coins that came out in reverse. Knight of Coins is Virgo energy. The 3 of Wands is Aries energy. And then we have the 8 of Coins in reverse, which is Virgo energy. So we have double Virgo energy, okay? So with this 3 of Wands in reverse, I feel like this is a situation where maybe you're not being patient with something. It could be yourself. You got Uranus in your first house, Taurus. Uranus is a planet of unexpected upheaval, changes, surprises. It's like one minute you're there, next minute you're not. It's like, oh, okay. Wow. Whatever that surprise factor is. So I feel like for a lot of you, ending some of these karmic connections or realizing that these connections cannot move forward is like a wow factor to you, or realizing that you were in one state of mind and now you are trying to change and metamorph to ascend into another state of mind. It's like a wow factor for you. It's kind of throwing you off. It's just making you feel a bit indifferent because you are now trying to listen to you. You're tuning out all those voices around you and you're listening to you, and it sounds different now that you don't have all those people in your ear, those karmic friends who didn't mean you well, that karmic lover who was blocking your energy, distracting your energy, that karmic parent or karmic siblings or uncles or aunts who are always in your business, always misleading you. You don't have those. You've cut those out, most of you. Okay. And so now it's like it sounds different. Everything sounds different. Everything looks different. Everything tastes different. Everything feels different. And you are a sign of the primal, your primal energy. Okay. So you usually go, but because that's why you rule taste, touch, smell, feel. That's why you rule the five senses. Okay. So you use those primal energies and your intuition naturally. That's what you're wired to do, Taurus. And as a result, you use those energies to manifest. And I feel like now you guys are getting used to that sound. And it may be making you a little bit impatient. It's like you're trying to, like, come on, let's get this process over so I can move on and do what I got to do. But it's like you don't want to sit in it. And it's like you have to sit in it. You do. We all do. This is why this is the winter of healing. So I feel like a energy of impatience for a lot of you. Hold on one sec. So yeah, I feel an energy of impatience, like antsiness, with this Three of Wands in reverse. And that's to be expected. Wondering what's next. For others, I feel this Three of Wands is in reverse is as a result of you ending these connections that no longer serve you. You're realizing that those connections, you're not seeing, these connections progress. You're not going to see the growth and potential in them anymore, or you no longer see the growth and potential in these connections, which is a lot of the reason why you have ended them. So I feel like this is showing up as a silent enemy because of the fact that perhaps the individuals that you have cut or part ties with, or parted ways with, or cut ties with, may be trying to reintroduce themselves back into your life. So as a result of that, you do need to be careful. You need to make sure that if you're done with these people, you're done. Okay, you don't want to keep going back and forth because you're at a state of being uncomfortable because you've never experienced this before, as far as them not being around. They've always been around. So now it's like, okay, you're uncomfortable because they're not around, and you're a very fixed energy. So it's like once you are cool with people, you're cool with them, they're in your life, and that's that. But unfortunately for some of us fixed signs, we have to accept the fact that some people are in our life for karmic purposes, and we have to get unfixed from their energy. And I feel like there's an antsiness here, and there's the reality of the fact that is the case for some of you. Now the Three of Wands is Venus in Aries. So I'm sorry, it's not. It's the sun. So it's ego. Ego is all about your feelings, your pride, things like that. So some of you are. It's about pride too. It's about, especially if it's about relationships, okay? Intimate relationships that you have to let go of. Your fixed energy is like once you lock in on someone, that's you, that's who you with. Through good and bad, ride or die. That's how most fixed signs are. So again, I feel like it's just the energy of, okay, there is no future in this situation. And that could feel uncomfortable for you because you're so comfortable with this person being around. So just be careful not to renege on your decision, because this is going to be a decision that is beneficial to your ascension and your well-being in the future. Okay? So don't allow that to put you in a state of mind where it's like, okay, I don't want to change anymore. I want you back. When in reality, you were in hell when this person was in your life. Okay? Some of you may not be able to move. I feel like you're not able to move. It could be because of financial difficulties. It could be because of COVID causing issues. But I feel like some of you, maybe you wanted to move, okay, and you were planning on moving, but now you have to scrap the plans. Whatever it was that you were planning to do, now you're going to have to scrap that because of the changes that are going on. Whether it's changes internally within you, so you don't look at these people, places, things, ideas, or scenarios in the same way anymore. Now you're like, okay, I had plans for that, but those plans changed. Okay? So, that is what I'm getting with that Three of Wands in reverse. Now, this Knight of Coin in reverse, this is Virgo energy. It's very important that you plan during this time. I feel like with this Knight of Coin in reverse, this is an energy of someone who does not plan. Someone who may be having financial difficulty. Some of you could be coming out of a connection, a karmic connection with a lover, or a karmic connection with a business partner, or a karmic connection with a parent who may have been financing or been, the financier of your connection. And so as a result of you leaving these people, no longer do you have future plans with them, but you are maybe financially strapped at this point. So I feel as if you have to make some type of plans. This is showing up as a silent enemy because for some of you didn't plan for this to happen. And it's like, okay, you didn't plan for that to happen and that's fine. But now that it's happened, you got to get your head in the game and you got to manifest because that's what Taurus does. It manifests. The only reason Taurus doesn't manifest is because Taurus' head is not right or because Taurus is around some people who are blocking your energy, which is usually karmic connections. And so now that you're ending those and you're moving those from your life, you're going to be able to manifest, but you have to make plans. You do still have to put in work. It's not like you're just sitting there with your legs crossed and you wiggle your nose and then money shows up. It's not like that. You have to put in some work. You have to put in a plan, a plan of action, and you have to move forward with it. That's what I'm feeling for some of you here. The Knight of Coins could also represent unemployment. Some of you, you may have only, it could be unemployment because of COVID or, just the fact that maybe you were working with your partner. You guys could have been in business together, had assets together, things like that, and you're separating. So now as a result, because of the laws and the way things worked in your relationship and the type of relationship you had as far as legalities are concerned, you may not have as much money as you would have had you been in that relationship or had you stayed. So the money could be drying up in that sense. Others of you, it could be a job issue. Now you don't have, maybe when you were in that connection, that financial connection with whomever, maybe you didn't have to work. And now that that connection is no longer, now that it's void, you may have to look for work. And some of you may be having some problems with that. I feel like there's stubbornness here. The Knight of Coin could also represent someone who's somewhat stubborn, someone who you got to be careful just not to get caught up in a thought process and just think that that's what it is, because right now you're in an energy of mutability. We're in Sagittarius and it's all about being mutable, being able to try to adjust to the different environments that you're in, the different scenarios and situations that come up. And that's hard for fixed energy to do, but it's very important that you if there is a time for you to try that and to do that, now is the time. I feel like because you're in an energy of, like I said, it's silent now because you're listening to just you and not these other people around you dictating to you. If you really think about it, you have that flexibility to do whatever it is you want now. Okay? So you have to just sit down and figure out what you want and put a plan in place. This is what this the Knight of Coins in reverse is talking about. And once you put a plan in place, you will be able to manifest. All right? So you got to put time, energy, effort, all those 3D things into it. All right? And you'll be able to manifest. All right. So this 8 of Coin in reverse, this is also Virgo energy. So it's in reverse as well. So this is an energy of, I feel like, again, there could be some issues with finances, okay, now that you're coming out of this connection. And you could have been the one who was the breadwinner in the connection as well, but maybe because now some of you are going through divorce, you're losing assets. But I feel like this is a money. These two could be related as far as job is concerned, money, financial, security, financial stability. You may be having some issues with that right now as a result of leaving these connections. Also, what you could be feeling like is that the time, energy, and effort that you put into these connections that happen to be karmic just resulted in things not going anywhere. Things coming to a halt with the Knight of Coin in reverse. So as a result, you're not putting any more time, energy, and effort into these things. And this is showing up in the silent enemy reading because, again, a lot of us have left karmic connections, and sometimes the karmics are not going to let go easily. This is going to be a very rough winter. There's some real serious shit going on out here. People are pissed because they don't have their supply anymore, so to speak. So, people are, it could be extreme as people being on some, if I can't have you, nobody else can. And no telling what that means. But it's real out here in the field right now. So you guys got to be very careful who you put time, energy, and effort into. I feel like you shouldn't be putting time and energy and effort into anybody but you right now. Getting to know that voice, getting to know your voice so that it becomes louder and louder and louder because it was so drained out or drowned out by others. So now you sitting here silently, you may not hear much. But I feel like as time goes on, you will start to hear you, and the sound will become louder and louder and louder. And as a result, you'll feel more comfortable making plans because you'll be hearing you and what you want to do. And then that's when you can put effort and energy into things. That's when you can put work into things. So I feel like, this is what this is saying here. I feel like you should, not you should, but I feel like you should consider, let's put it that way, focusing on what it is that you truly want. What do you want your future to look like? Where do you see yourself a year from now? All right, well then put plan in place, okay? And don't focus on anything else but that. All right? And so, look at these energies when you turn them upright, right? So we have the Three of Wands. That means you see your ships coming in. That means you see a future. That means you're waiting for things to come in because you put in some work. You made some actions. You took some actions. You made some choices. And now you see things beginning to flourish. The Knight of Coins upright is all about, okay, I'm working on it. Like, for example, this is long-term stability coming to you. It's financial stability. But it may take a little bit for you to get there. So for some of you, it might be going back to school. Maybe finishing school. Something that's going to give you money in the long term and is going to be stable. Okay, so that's just an example. And then with the Eight of Coin upright, this is all about a job. So for some of you, this could be all about you looking for jobs. Okay, some of you are not looking right now. Some of you are not looking. You're not working. And it could be because of the fact, like I said, that you were taken care of or provided for with the karmic connection that you were in, and now that's no longer going on. So this leaves you at a state here, and this is not good for you to be in a state where you're not manifesting anything, you're not working, you don't have any plans. That is an enemy to you because of the fact that it puts you, they say the idle mind is the devil's workshop. Now, yes, you have to adjust, but at the same time, you need to take your mind off of that from time to time as well and focus on manifesting. Okay, so I feel like that's what's important for you guys. I feel like there's some more messages, but I have to pull some cards and clarify. So I'm going to do that in the extended. But I feel it. I feel there's more messages here in reference, especially to this Knight of Coin in reverse and this Eight of Coin in reverse. And this will help to turn I feel like the messages will help to turn these cards upright for you. All three of them. So with that being said, Taurus, if this resonated, let me know in the comments. I love you guys. And make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit that like button. And the link to the extended is in the box below. So feel free to come on over. All right. I'll see you there. If not, I'll see you in the next reading. Peace out, Taurus.